From a kid in Italy dribbling a basketball bigger than his head, to a high school phenom who skipped college and took the NBA by storm, Kobe Bryant wasn't just great. He was relentless. 5-time champion, 81-point game, Olympic gold. The Mamba mentality wasn't just a mindset, it was a way of life. From heartbreaking losses to game-winning shots, he built a legacy that still inspires millions. And even after retirement, his impact only grew until tragedy struck. This is the story of Kobe Bryant, the legend, the competitor, the icon. By the time Kobe Bryant finished his senior year at Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania, he was already a national sensation. He wasn't just another high school star. He was a once-in-a-generation talent, standing 6 feet 6 inches with elite athleticism, footwork, and a deadly mid-range game. He had scouts and analysts comparing him to the great Michael Jordan. But as gifted as he was, Kobe faced one of the biggest decisions of his life: college or the NBA. At the time, it was still rare for players to make the jump straight from high school to the pros. The NBA was dominated by college stars who had spent years developing in the NCAA. Only a handful of players had made the leap directly from high school, most notably Kevin Garnett in 1995. But the risks were high. Kobe had several prestigious colleges pursuing him, including Duke University, coached by the legendary Mike Krzyzewski, who believed Kobe could be one of the greatest college players ever. North Carolina, the school where Michael Jordan had played, hoping to mold Kobe into his successor. Kentucky, which had just won the 1996 NCAA championship, offering him a chance to dominate college basketball. But Kobe had no interest in college. His dream was to play in the NBA, and he wasn't going to wait. Kobe's father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, had played in the NBA and overseas in Italy, where Kobe spent much of his childhood. Growing up watching professional basketball firsthand, Kobe wasn't intimidated by the thought of skipping college. His father fully supported his decision, telling him, "If you're ready and you believe in yourself, go for it." But his mother, Pam Bryant, was more cautious. She worried about her son entering a league filled with grown men, many of whom were in their mid to late 20s with years of experience. The pressure was immense. Many questioned whether a 17-year-old kid could handle the physicality, mental toughness, and responsibility of being a professional athlete. The media speculated whether he would be a bust, calling him too immature, too skinny, and not ready for the NBA's demands. But Kobe thrived on doubt. He saw every criticism as motivation, and in his mind, there was no plan B. He was going straight to the NBA. The 1996 NBA draft was stacked with legendary talent, including Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, and Steve Nash. Kobe, however, was the wild card. While his potential was undeniable, many NBA teams were still skeptical about drafting a high school player. The moment Kobe put on the purple and gold Lakers jersey, his journey truly began. But his challenges weren't over. He was the youngest player in NBA history at the time, joining a veteran team where he had to earn respect. He had to fight for minutes on a team featuring established stars like Shaquille O'Neal, Eddie Jones, and Nick Van Exel. Some teammates resented the hype he was getting, feeling he was just a kid who hadn't proved anything yet. But Kobe didn't back down. He trained harder than anyone, arriving at the gym before dawn and staying long after practice ended. He was obsessed with perfecting every part of his game, from footwork to shooting mechanics. Though his rookie season was filled with ups and downs, Kobe had one goal: to become the greatest player ever. And this was only the beginning. The first true test of adversity. During the 1997 Western Conference semifinals against the Utah Jazz, Kobe got his moment in Game 5, but it turned into a disaster. In crunch time, he took 4 crucial shots and missed every single one. 4 airballs. The world laughed. Critics said he was too young, too reckless, and too cocky. But instead of crumbling, Kobe used it as fuel. That summer, he spent hours in the gym every day, working tirelessly to ensure he'd never fail like that again. By the turn of the millennium, the Los Angeles Lakers were no longer just a promising team. They were ready to dominate. With Phil Jackson at the helm and the duo of Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant reaching their full potential, the Lakers were set for an era of greatness. But their path to the top wasn't as smooth as it seemed. Kobe wasn't just growing as a player, he was evolving into a force that couldn't be ignored. The 1999-2000 season marked the beginning of a new era for the Lakers. Under Phil Jackson's guidance, the team adopted the triangle offense, a system that emphasized movement, passing, and spacing, something that would allow both Shaq and Kobe to thrive. Shaquille O'Neal won MVP, dominating the league with his sheer size and power. Kobe became an all-star starter, proving he was no longer just a young talent. He was a rising superstar. The Lakers finished the season with an NBA best 67-15 record. Despite their dominance, the playoffs were a grueling test for Kobe. In the Western Conference Finals, the Lakers faced the Portland Trail Blazers, a team stacked with veterans like Scottie Pippen, Rasheed Wallace, and Steve Smith. After taking a 3-1 lead, the Lakers collapsed in Games 5 and 6, forcing a decisive Game 7. The Blazers led by 15 points in the fourth quarter. The Lakers were on the brink of one of the biggest choke jobs in NBA history. Then, Kobe and Shaq took over. With under a minute left, Kobe drove to the rim and lobbed a perfect alley-oop to Shaq, who threw down an iconic dunk. The Staples Center erupted, and the Lakers completed one of the greatest comebacks in playoff history. They went on to face the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. Kobe took control, scoring clutch baskets and delivering dagger after dagger. Despite an injured ankle, he waved off his teammates, telling them, "I got this." He sealed the win, proving he wasn't just Shaq's sidekick, he was a future leader. The Lakers won the series in 6 games, and at just 21 years old, Kobe Bryant became an NBA champion.
We worked so hard. It was a hard-fought game, and we finally got a championship, and it feels great.
Now, for your 21 years, you said you've always dreamed of winning a championship. Is it what you dreamed of?
Oh, it's everything and more. I mean, you have the Laker colors falling from the ceiling, the fans going crazy. I got the hat on and everything, covering my throat. It feels great.
Now, if you had to think of one thing that really got you guys over the hump, that really pushed you to this point, what would have been this season?
It's just determination.
Yeah, you heard it right. Determination. Determination is what made Kobe the greatest rookie ever in NBA history and turned him into a champion at just 21 years old. It's what separates the good from the great, the ones who refuse to back down. Because at the end of the day, talent fades, but determination builds legacies. This was just part 1 of the Kobe Bryant series. Make sure to subscribe to see his journey from his first championship to his greatest triumphs and the challenges that shaped his legacy.